It's totally different. It's yoga on the carpet for me, but that's okay. So yeah, looking forward to having another good session with you guys. Today we're going to focus on opening. Going to do a lot of hip opening today, really focus on the breath, holding some of these positions a lot longer so we can really settle in and start to feel. Yeah, so we are actually going to start on the back today, lying all the way down. Just a reminder for those of you who are not, go ahead and put your computer on mute so there's no background noise for others. Good, so lying supine, nice and comfortably. Feet flat on the floor, knees are bent, and if you want just to be nice and comfortable, you can let those knees touch and have the feet a little bit further out so that you're just kind of comfortable here. Let's take a moment to quiet the mind and focus on the breath. You can put the hands anywhere that's comfortable, maybe on the belly or down by the side, whatever feels good here. And if it helps, go ahead and close those eyes. And I want you to slow the breath down and take a deeper inhalation than you were before. And as you inhale, I want you to feel that belly expand and lift to the ceiling. And as you exhale, I want you to feel that belly drop and compress. And as you continue these nice deep breaths, I want you to gently scan the body for any areas of tension that you're holding, maybe in the jaw or in the shoulders, in the chest. Just scan, and if you find any areas of tension, take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, let it go. I also want you to scan the mind and the spirit for any emotional tension, any mental tension or stress that you are holding on to right now. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, let it go. Let it fade. Let it drift away. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And out through the mouth. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And out through the mouth. Good, settling in here, continuing the breath and continuing to relax as we move. If the knees are knocked in, go ahead and separate them again so that they are parallel with the feet. Scoot those heels all the way into the glutes, and let's ridge up nice and slowly as we tuck the hips, lifting up one vertebrae at a time, pressing those hips up, up, up to the sky, holding here, lifting, inhaling as we see that belly rise now, and exhale. Good. Feeling those adductors working to keep the legs pressing in, not letting the knees splay out. Good, slowly roll down one vertebrae at a time, all the way down until the hips meet the floor. Good, and repeat. Initiating the movement with that hip tuck. Slowly pressing those hips up to the ceiling, lifting up one vertebrae at a time, going a little higher this time. And if you wish, maybe walking the shoulders up under the back to get a little bit higher here. And still leave those arms right out to the side. Feeling the hamstrings generating heat, the glutes generating heat. Again, inner thighs are still working to keep those knees from splaying out to either side. Good, inhaling, feeling that belly, watching that belly rise. And exhale, slowly lower. Good. Slowly uncurling that spine, one vertebrae at a time, all the way down to the floor until the hips meet. Little quick relaxation, maybe windshield wiper the knees here side to side. We're gonna do that one more time, getting a little bit higher. Good, so resetting here, tilting those hips, very intentionally lifting up one vertebrae at a time. Hamstrings contracted, glutes contracted, lifting up. Again, if we want, walking those shoulders under the back, maybe even clasping the hands, extending the arms all the way out, pressing up even higher this time. Deep breath in and out. Good. Deep breath in and out. One more time. Deep breath in and out. Good. Releasing the hands, releasing the shoulders, slowly rolling down one vertebrae at a time. As soon as the hips meet, gently releasing the feet from the floor, hug knees to chest, and gently rock from side to side. Good. Let's engage the core a little bit here. So still hugging those knees into the chest. Now hopefully feeling those thighs on the belly. Inhale, feel the belly press into the thighs. And as you exhale, lift hips and shoulders up, bringing forehead to knees. Good. Inhale, slowly come back down. Exhale, lift up again. Inhale, slowly relax down. Last time, exhale, lift hips and shoulders up. Generating a little bit of warmth in the core here. Good. Inhale, keep the right knee in. Slowly extend the left leg out to hover right above the floor here. And gently drop the head down. Good. Inhale. Exhale, drop that left leg all the way down to the floor. Hug the right knee in even tighter. Good. That left leg is still engaged. Just not a hard extension, but it's engaged, and we're squeezing a little bit that glute on the left side. And I want you to roll that right knee open a little bit towards the right armpit here, and just kind of open up the hip. Gently move the knee from side to side, feeling that thigh bone roll around in that hip socket. Good. And hang out here. Excellent. I'm going to start to work opening up those hips. So you have a couple options here as you release the right leg. You can grab behind the thigh. You can grab the shin or the ankle, or if you have the space, you're going to take the right hand to the arch of the right foot, and you're going to hold here and release that left arm. We're going to inhale, press the arch of the foot into the hand. Exhale, draw the right knee down to the floor, draw the right shoulder down to the floor. Good. Inhale, feel that belly rise to the sky. Exhale, draw that knee down. Good. Holding here as you start to release in that hip, feeling that knee sink further and further down to the floor. We keep the left glute, the left hip, pressing into the floor. Keep that left leg engaged. Good. Let's take a few more breaths here. Inhale. Feel the contact between the hand and the foot, or the hand and the shin. Exhale, press that knee down a little more. If you need to adjust the grip on the foot, you can also come to the outside, shorten the length of the arm a little bit, draw that knee down. Good. One more breath here. Inhale. Exhale. Press that knee a little lower. Good. Gently release that leg and take the right ankle and just cross it over the left thigh. Little figure four stretch here. And we're going to extend the left leg all the way up. So you may just stay here. You may keep this a little bent if that's too much for the hamstrings. If you have the space, you'll come through and grab behind the left thigh. Good. So from here, pressing the right knee away from the body. And exhale, draw that left leg a little closer. Good. With the left foot, give me 3 really big ankle rolls in one direction. Nice and big here. Good. And then 3 in the other direction. Nice and big. Everything you got. Biggest circle possible. Good. And then I want you to give me a very hard flex. Draw the toes all the way down to the shins. And then a very hard point. Slowly engage the arch and the toes all the way up, pointing that toe up to the ceiling. And then I want you to relax the foot. I want you to spread the toes as wide as you can. Abduct them way, way, way apart. And then relax. Good. Go ahead and let this left knee bend and just drop that leg down. And if you have the space, maybe readjust so that you're grabbing over the left knee. If you don't, just stay right here, right behind the thigh. Go ahead and release that right arm. And I want you to just put a little bit of pressure against that right knee. Inhale, exhale, press that right knee away. Inhale, exhale, draw the knees in. Good, we're gonna do that 2 more times. Inhale, exhale, press the right knee away. And then draw the legs in. Good, 1 more time, create a little more space there. Press that right knee away with the right hand. Good, draw both knees in. Excellent, deep inhale. Exhale, release the right leg, hug the knees into the chest. Excellent, and relax. Feet come down to the floor. Let's take another bridge pose, a little bit of a counter stretch here. So same thing that we did before, slowly tilt those hips up. Lift up 1 vertebrae at a time, create some space through the front. And if you want here, go ahead and let the knees come out to the side and just kind of move around. Good, and then slowly roll back down. Excellent, good. Inhale, hug the knees to the chest. Exhale, draw the hips and the shoulders off the floor. Maybe touch the forehead or the nose to the knees. Good. Keep that left knee pressed in. Right leg extends, hovering above the floor. Good. Deep inhale. Exhale, pull that leg in a little closer. Drop the right leg down to the floor. Relax all the way down. So right leg still engaged a little bit, just a little bit. Good. Drawing that left knee in. Deep inhale. Exhale, roll that left knee out to the side a little bit. I'm just going to move it back and forth. Feeling, again, that thigh, imagining that femur bone moving around in that hip socket. Just feeling the range of motion. Good. Deep breath in here, kind of bringing it even more out to the side if we can, if we have the space. Excellent. And then again, like we did on the right side, releasing that knee a little bit. Again, we can come to the thigh, the calf, the ankle, or if we have the space, we'll take the hand to the inside of the foot, right on the arch. And you'll start to feel that you might want to sway to the left a little bit. Use the right arm, the right glute, press back so that you're nice and even on the floor here. You want to engage that right glute down to the floor. Good. Deep inhale, press the arch and the hand together. Exhale, draw that knee out to the side. Engage the right shoulder, left shoulder, left lat. Really pull that shoulder down to the floor. Good. Inhale. Feel that belly rise to the ceiling. Exhale. Draw that knee down. Let the leg and the hip really start to settle into this. Good. Inhale. And exhale, relax. Again, if you want to adjust the grip on the left foot for whatever reason, you can do that. Good. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Deep inhale. Exhale, press that knee. down to the floor. If you want, you can extend and bend that leg a little bit. Good. One more time. Deep inhale. Exhale. Press that knee down to the floor. Good. And release. Excellent. Take the left knee over the right thigh. Good. Same thing here. If you have the space, you'll grab behind the right thigh. You can always bend that right knee a little bit. You can also just hold on to the left knee and the right knee as well. Okay. On the right foot, let's get that ankle. 3 really big rolls of the foot. Nice and slow. You're doing it with so much intention, you might start to feel that in the calf muscles and the shin muscles. Good, and 3 in the other direction. Making sure we're stretching those ankles out. Forget to stretch sometimes our feet. Good, and then a really hard flex. Pull those toes like you're trying to touch the shin with your toes. And then a really hard point, the arch of the foot, the toes. Really stretch across the top of that foot there. Good. Then relax the foot, engage the toes. Abduct the toes. In other words, spread them as far apart as you can. Get as much space between the toes as you can. And now relax. Good. Go ahead and just bend that right leg. Let it come down. If you want to, you can readjust the hands somewhere more comfortable. We're in this figure 4 stretch. Good, take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, pull it a little closer. Good. Now we'll do that push-pull thing that we did on the other side. So we'll take the left hand, we'll inhale. Exhale, push the left knee away a little bit. Good, inhale. Exhale, pull both legs in closer. Good, 2 more times. Press the left knee away with the left hand. Good. And pull both legs in a little closer. Good, 1 more time. Press the left knee away, so you can create some space there. Good, press both legs in closer. Good, deep breath in. Exhale, release. Good. Feet come to the floor. Go ahead and bridge back up. Walk those shoulders up under if you want here. Excellent. Deep breath in. Exhale, release here. Let's take a quick cobbler's pose. Soles of the feet come together. Knees come out to either side. Arms in cactus pose. Very open pose here. Go ahead and use those glutes. Really press those knees down to the floor. Open, open, open here. Good. Arms in cactus. Good. Release. And now extend the arms, extend the legs in opposite directions forever and ever. Inhale, lift that belly up to the ceiling. Exhale, release. Good. And since we're here, we're going to take a couple quick plow poses because we might as well. So remember, in plow, easy does it, right? You're going to just use a little bit of momentum here to get those legs up and over. If the toes touch the floor, good. If not, good too. It doesn't matter. We can always keep the knees bent, right? Hands can come back to support here, arms can stay out, whatever feels good. Nice and easy. Only holding as long as is comfortable. So some of us may not stay there very long. Some of us may be good to hang out there all day. It's totally fine. And just do 2, maybe 3 repetitions to kind of feel good. Move around in it as you will. And again, those feet may or may not touch the floor. It's okay. Good. So taking maybe another 30 seconds in our practice. If you're done, that's fine too. You can always take another little bridge to kind of work it out. Good. And when you are ready, go ahead and roll up to a seated position. Good. And we are going to come into tabletop, neutral spine, all 4s here. Excellent. Just a little core check-in with bird dog. Go ahead and extend that right arm and left leg. We're nice and level in the hips, nice and level in the shoulders, reaching fingertips and toes in opposite directions forever and ever and ever. Good, and release. Go ahead and switch. Left arm, right leg extends, making sure that we're staying nice and engaged in the core. We don't feel that low back sinking to the floor. Good. One more time each side. Go ahead and switch. Right arm, left leg. Nice and engaged in that left glute, in that left shoulder. Good. One more time, switch. Left arm, right leg. Good. And release. Excellent. Let's go ahead and take a nice wide child's pose. Knees come out to either side, big toes are touching, slide all the way down into your child's pose. Let's bring the hands, if we can, side by side. So a bit more narrow in this child's pose, and sink that forehead down to the floor. Deep breath in through the nose, and out through the mouth. Good. So you can hang out here in this child's pose, or if you want to take that stretch a little bit more, you're going to take the hands in prayer. And you can interlace the fingers if you want, or just keep them together. And you're going to point the elbows to the floor as you bend the arms, bring them right behind the head. All right, go ahead and slowly release that back out. Excellent, we're gonna lift up a little bit. I want you to close the knees side by side here for a narrow child's pose. You're gonna sink all the way down again. Let the arms just come to either side, all the way down to the floor, and just let those elbows drop to the floor, shoulders drop to the floor, and just relax. Good. Coming back up, go ahead and lift back up. Let's get a quick little forearm and wrist stretch. Been having really tight forearms lately. So we're just going to take the fingers pointed to the body. We're going to gently press the palms into the floor, and we'll start with the shoulders stacked right over the wrists. But if this doesn't feel like a whole lot of stretch, we'll start to shift the weight back until we feel a gentle stretch in those forearms. Does not have to be crazy. Stretch, just a little bit of stretch, and maybe we even rock from side to side. Here to kind of change the way that feels, get a little bit more on the inside or the outside. Fingers are spread nice and wide, pressing into the floor. Obviously, if this hurts or you have any numbness or tingling, back out of it. Just go nice and easy here. Good, 2 more deep breaths. Good, last one. Good, release carefully, bend those elbows, peel the hands off the floor. Give me a few wrist rolls in one direction and then in the other direction. Good, all right, let's get back into the hips. So from here, I want you to just take a nice easy lunge forward with the right leg. So just lunge that leg forward. We're gonna take the hands on the inside of the leg. And I always like to move around a little bit when I first get into your position. Just kind of feel it out, see what feels good. Kind of rock from side to side. So we're in a wide lunge, that right leg is really far out. And if you want, you can even kind of let that right angle a little bit. Right knee drop out to the side a little bit and come onto the side of the foot here. Nice and good. And if it feels good, maybe take a lizard pose. Maybe come down to the forearms and come off that back knee if you want. Hang out here. So just find a good position. And let's hang out here for a few breaths. Again, you can come to lizard pose. You can stay up on the fingertips. And just open up. It should feel pretty good because we did a lot of opening on the back already. Good. Deep breath in wherever you are. Take that right hand to the floor. Good. And you can have this left foot under, or you can have it unfolded, whatever feels good here. And I want you to use the tension between the right leg and the right arm to really open up here. So we're going to release this left arm from the floor, and I want you to open up to the ceiling. And I want you to press in with the right thigh and press out with the right tricep to create even more space in this opening. And you can hang out here, or if you want to be a little bit more dynamic with it, you can give me some big shoulder rolls here. And just feel how it changes the stretch. Good. And you can keep doing this, or if you want a little bind, you can take this left arm behind the back, wiggle the fingertips around to the right side of the waist. And then again, we're using the tension between the right leg and the right arm to open and press that elbow and shoulder on the left side back even more. Good. Breathe, 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 breathe. If at any point it becomes uncomfortable or painful, we're going to break out of it. Good. One more deep breath in so you can get a little bit more space. Good. Exhale, release that back down. Good. If you need to take a break, go ahead, take a child's pose. Good. From here, we're going to send the hips back just a little bit. We're going to start to play with taking this left leg off the floor. Okay. So if this feels good, we may reach back. See if we can grab onto the ankle or the top of the foot, maybe. If we need to, we can come up to a block here, if we have one. And I want you to start to play with drawing that left heel to the glute, right? And maybe it comes all the way in, maybe it doesn't. Maybe we hang out here today. Maybe we stay back further with the hips. But as you start to feel good with this, or comfortable with this, really allow yourself to kind of sink into it and draw that heel in. And if you're near a wall and you need a little bit of stability, you can always put the hand to the wall. Again, you can stay up more into a lunge. And of course, we're all CrossFitters, so if you just want to make this a couch stretch, you're welcome to do that too. Everybody should know what that is. So you can always come to the wall with the foot, do it this way, and just come into a lunge here, right? So we can always just do a couch stretch. And chances are you are near a couch right now, so that should work just fine. But if you are in the lunge and you want to keep it here, that is fine. So just hang out, maybe we come up. Good. And again, always kind of playing with that hip angle to see what feels good. Take a few more breaths here. Good. One more deep breath in. Wherever you are, go ahead and come out of that. Excellent. And release that. Find a quick child's pose for me. And just relax and stretch that out. Good. Before we go to the other side, we're going to do the leg portion of cow's face pose. So come to all fours. And I want you to walk the right leg over to the left. I want you to extend the left leg and cross it behind the right. You're going to swing the feet and the ankles out to either side. Slowly shift the weight back into a seated position so that the knees are stacked. And if you want, sometimes I like to get back into it and then adjust, see if I can get those legs a little bit tighter. Good. So right knee is stacked on top of left. From here, we have a lot of options. We can just hang out in this position. We can grab onto the feet and really see if we can draw the shoulders back, create some space in the chest and in the heart. Or, and a lot of people like this, we can just fold over those legs and release hands, forearms, or forehead to the floor. Deep breath. Good. Always feel the freedom to move around in the stretch. I always like to rock from side to side and things. It just sort of opens things up. Good. You can hang out where you are, or again, if you want, maybe take those feet
hands to the feet, maybe turn the left shoulder in, look over the right shoulder. Ooh, that feels good. Inhale, exhale, go to the other side. Good spinal twist. Again, these are all just options. And you should always take the option that feels right for you, even if that's, you know, Shavasana. That's up to you. Good. One more deep breath in. Good. Exhale, release. Let's go ahead and come back. Unfold the legs. Good. And to the other side we go. I'm going to flip so that you still have me facing you. Otherwise, I'd be talking to the wall. But we're going to do left leg forward this time. So however you want to get there, just take that left leg forward into a lunge. Walk that right leg back or walk the left leg forward. And again, we're starting with the wide lunge, so both hands will come inside that left leg. Same thing here, exploration. Move it around, see how it feels. You come off the knee, get to the hamstring. We did a lot of hamstring last week, which is why we're doing a lot of hips this week. Good. Again, if you want to come down to lizard pose, maybe you take a lizard pose. If you're in lizard pose, make sure that you don't curl the back too much or arch the back too much. Still want to keep the back nice and flat. So it's better to stay up than to come down to the forearms if you're sacrificing the neutrality of the spine. And just feeling good for a few more breaths here before we get into some more movements. Good. So wherever you are, taking that left hand right on the inside of the left foot. And now we're going to use that tension between the left arm and the left leg. So deep inhale, exhale, float that right arm up to the ceiling. Again, I can really feel that bind between the left side. My left arm presses back, left thigh presses forward, and that allows me to really twist and open even more. And again, I can hang out here, or if I want those big arm circles here to really feel the help of that shoulder joint, start to open it up even more. I feel that stretch in my side as well, especially when I lift forward and up. I feel that side body opening up. Maybe one more here. And again, I can stay there. I can keep doing circles, or I can take this right arm behind the waist and wiggle those fingertips around to give me a bind here. And again, now I'm using the tension between my right hand and my waist to press that right shoulder and right elbow back even more. But again, this is just an option. So if you're feeling like it's a little too much today, maybe just take the hand to the waist. Should always feel good. And if you start to feel like there's tension in the neck, just turn the head down, look at the floor or straight ahead. Good. One more breath here. Breathe into that side belly. On the right side. Good. Exhale, release back down. Excellent. If you need to, maybe take a quick child's pose. Do that lower back. Good. And again, coming back into this lunge. If you start by taking the hips back a little bit, that's going to feel a lot better. And then release this right foot from the floor. And if you feel good about it, maybe reach back. You can always grab the shin or walk the hands down to the ankle or to the top of the foot. And then if this feels good, obviously start playing with the angle of the hips. And again, you can always do couch stretch instead. All right, so maybe coming back, moving forward. Again, this is for you. This is whatever feels good for you right now. Breathing here, opening up. Good. Again, of course, couch pose, always a good option here. You can do this to the wall. Want to make sure the knee is nice and padded. And in couch stretch, you really want to think about the hips. So when I'm up, I really want to tuck my hips, tilt my hips, squeeze the glute on that right side. I'm stretching the right side. And just by angling the hips, I feel that stretch. Good. One more deep breath here. Excellent. And release. Good. We'll find a quick child's pose. Round that out. Really drop those hips back onto the heels. Good. And release. Leg portion of cow's face pose. So I'm gonna come to all fours. Now walk that left leg over to the right side. Lift that right leg up and over. Cross it. I'm gonna walk my knees forward a little bit. Bring my feet out to either side. Really try to get a good tuck of the thighs here. And then sit the way back. Good. And again, if you need to readjust, you can. Size of the quads sometimes has a lot to do with how tight we can get this, but that is okay. So again, same thing here. We can come forward and come back. We will do that twist there at the end. Whatever feels good here. If you went forward on the first side, go forward on this side. Again, move around, see where you feel this. Good. One more deep breath in. Good. Exhale. And if you want, come up, hands to feet. And we're going to drop the right shoulder down to the left knee. Keep that back nice and flat, looking up over the left shoulder. Good. Inhale, float back up. Exhale, twist. That feels good. Inhale, float back up. You want to think about twisting from the tailbone all the way through the crown of the head, always using the full spine. Good. Inhale, back up. Exhale, last time. Good. Inhale, back up. Excellent. And release. Hands come forward. Untuck those knees and just find a quick, narrow child's pose here. All the way down. Good. Inhale, float back up. All right. Let's do a frog pose variation. So I'm going to face you in hero's pose. I'm going to bring my hands forward, and together, let's kind of walk the legs out to either side. So start very conservatively here. Maybe we start like this, and maybe we start with the feet closer together, right? That's okay. Depends on what the hips feel like today. But as we feel okay with it, we'll continue to walk those knees out to either side, right? Keep that spine nice and neutral. And if we're okay with it, the feet will be to either side, toes pointing out, and the ankle will be straight down from the knee, right? That's going to be the most assertive pose. If we need a little bit of relief, we'll slide those feet in, okay? As we start to settle and open the hips, maybe we come down to the forearms. Maybe we feel that we have more space in the knees to let them out to either side, kind of wiggle them out. But wherever we are, whatever we're doing, it may feel like an assertive stretch, but it doesn't feel painful. It doesn't feel uncomfortable. It's just significant. And if it does become painful or uncomfortable, we simply slide the heels back together and send the hips back. Stretching, deep stretching, really depends on duration in the position. So whereas when we dynamically warm up for class, we never spend too long in any position. When you're really trying to increase range of motion and flexibility, you want to hang out there a bit longer than you're used to. So again, if this becomes too intense, just back out of it. You can just drop to the floor, but let's see if we can hang out here for a few more breaths comfortably. And again, if you have more space, wiggle the knees out to either side a little bit more. If it's not comfortable, just back out of it. Good, deep breath into the belly, feel that belly expand. And exhale. Good, one more time, deep breath in, feel that belly expand. And exhale. Good. So many different ways to come out of this, and just as gracefully as you can, however you wish, go ahead and release out of that. Bring the legs together. Press up and back. There's no perfect way to do that. Whatever you want. Good. And release. Okay. So I'm going to go. I'm always wanting to go longer than I have somehow. I want to do one more and then we'll go to Shavasana. So let's finish with wide angle stretch. So we'll take the legs out to either side in a V. And we are primed and ready for this as we just did frog pose. Don't feel like you have to be any sort of flexibility warrior here. Just go to where you feel that catch, right? It's important that the toes are pointing up. I don't want those toes to be, down to the floor. Make sure they're up. The first goal is to be upright on your sits bones, okay? What that means is you're not tilted under like this, okay? And if you are, what I want you to do is take the hands behind the hips and simply press up to a seated, really well upright seated position. That's your first goal, okay? And if that's where you are today, perfect, hang out there. If you are in a place where you're upright, you feel good, legs are off to either side, hang out here. Deep inhale, and as you exhale, lean into it a little bit and use the weight of the torso as your stretch, right? It's not about necessarily reaching with the arms, it's about leaning into the stretch, hinging at the hips. And as we feel good, we go further. So again, just like any deep stretch, we gotta hang out here for a while. So find a comfortable place. It can be hands, forearms, or forehead to the ground. If we have a pillow, maybe we slide that under. And, there's no whiteboard for stretching, so don't worry about where you are today. Just go there and feel good about it. And as you'll see, I'm opening up from side to side. You can do that too, whatever feels good. Deep breaths. Again, never going to a point of pain, right? Mild to maybe moderate tension, never extreme tension. And you should always feel like you're able to relax into the position. If you feel the muscles fighting and contracting against you, you've gone too far, so you need to back out of it. It should be something that you can comfortably hold. If you're making a face, it's probably not the right amount of tension. It's probably too much. You should be able to relax and have a small smile on your face while you're doing it. Good, together, let's take 3 more deep breaths, really focusing on that full belly breath. So as we inhale, feel that belly expand. Go ahead, exhale through the mouth. See if you can settle down a little bit more. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. One more time, we're all breathing together. Inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Good. Slowly walk out of that. Slowly draw the legs together. Maybe hug the knees into the chest with a very, very deep stretch. Very, very good. And let's find our favorite Shavasana pose. So slowly coming back down. If you want, hug those knees into the chest one more time. And then find your favorite Shavasana pose. I say that because you should go wherever is comfortable to you. Horse pose, always a winner. And if you do horse pose, which is arms and legs extended, feet a little bit externally rotated, I encourage you to take space in this. Don't have the limbs close to the midline. Really flail them out to either side. And you all know that the mind is a powerful thing. The mind is the most powerful thing. And if our mind can tell our spirit and our body to relax, that will happen. And so together, we will do that. And we will start with the forehead as we relax and we imagine those lines of tension and stress just melting away. Relaxing the temples and the eyes, including that space between the eyes, as well as behind the eyes. melting down into the nose and the cheeks, the jaw, the tongue, and the back of the throat. You take a deep breath in, and as we breathe out, you relax the neck, front, sides, and back. The face and the neck are relaxed and they feel heavy. Together we breathe in deeply. And as we exhale, we relax the shoulders and that space between the neck and the shoulders. Moving down, right side, left side, we relax the upper arms, followed by the elbows. We relax the forearms and the wrists. We relax the hands and the fingers all the way into the fingertips. And now the upper body, the neck, and the head are relaxed and they feel heavy. We take a deep breath in, and as we breathe out, we relax the chest and the upper back. We take a deep breath in, and as we breathe out, we relax the belly, sides of the belly, and the middle back. We take a deep breath in, and as we breathe out, we relax the hips and the lower back. And now the torso, the upper body, the neck, and the head are relaxed and they feel heavy. Moving down, we relax the glutes, followed by the thighs, front, sides, back. Moving down, we relax the tension in the knees, as well as the shins, as well as the calves. We release the tension in our ankles and in our feet, all the way into the tips of our toes. We relax. And now the lower body, the torso, the upper body, the neck, and the head are relaxed and they feel heavy. Gently scan the body, but also the mind and also the spirit for any leftover signs of tension or stress, worry, fear. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe out, let it go. Let it fade. Let it drift away. And now the body is heavy, for it is relaxed. The body is heavy, and this feels good. Slowly bring your awareness back into your space. Allow yourself some small movements in the fingers and in the toes. Become aware of the breath and allow yourself a deep breath in. And as you exhale, if you wish, carefully turn to lie on one side, supporting the head with an arm, keeping this feeling and wrapping yourself in it like a warm blanket. Take another deep breath in, and this time as you breathe out, gently press your way back up into a seated position. Sitting nice and easy in your space. Eyes are open, gently, softly, gazing down the bridge of the nose. And let's take the hands together into the heart. And let's take a moment to just notice how we feel. Thank you for coming today. Thank you for practicing with me today. I hope you feel centered, more relaxed, more comfortable. I'm grateful that you came. As always, begin with the namaste. Namaste. And I really hope to see you next week. Now, if you come next week, we're going to do yoga with a wall. So try to set up near a wall and we'll use that to help us in some poses. But have a wonderful week, and it was great to see you guys. So Ohio Strength, Mousetrap, take care, be well.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Rebecca.
No problem.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, Rebecca.
Bye.
Well, if you're in good puppy pose.